So I'm not really sure where I should start with this. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited. It's kind of like that jump around the room, dance like nobody's watching excited, which I don't really do that often, if at all. So, yeah, it's a big deal for me. It's here. Let's see what's inside. So, I wrote a journal. So, introducing the Minimalist-ish journal, your guide to buy less, live better, and find more joy in what you already have. I think it's so cute. Look at it. My name is on this book. So it's available right now, like at this very moment for pre-order, and when it comes out on February 18th, 2025, it's gonna be available everywhere through Amazon, Target, Barnes & Noble, pretty much anywhere you get your books. So this has been a labor of love for me. It's been 3 years in the making, and it's here. I can't wait to share it with you. As many of you know, I started this channel back in 2017. My very first upload on here was a clothing haul, and even though it was a lot of fun, I wasn't being completely honest with you at the time. Because behind all those cute clothes, the hauls, and the latest must-haves, I was in over $120,000 of student loan debt, and on top of all of that, I had a compulsive shopping and emotional spending problem. And my favorite way to cope with all my money stress, on top of never feeling like enough, was to go shopping. And did I ever go shopping? I used to take pride in the amount of shopping that I did, in how on trend I felt, until I bought a pair of boots that cost more than my rent at the time. I knew what I was doing when I decided to keep these. I told myself that I shouldn't, that I couldn't afford it. But in a moment of conscious self-sabotage, I decided to keep them. This was when I realized I was going to be stuck in this cycle of stressing about money and shopping my pain away for the rest of my life if I didn't do something about it. I was buried in clutter, always wanting more, and then stuck in a cycle of feeling so guilty for not being able to control myself over and over again. I realized something had to change, no one was coming to save me, and I had to get real with myself and do something. So, I did what anyone would do if they felt like they had a shopping addiction and wanted to radically transform their lives. I Googled how to stop shopping. And that's when I discovered a challenge called a no-buy, and I was seeing how it was changing so many people's lives. So in 2019, I decided to go on my very own, and I decided to share it. I wrote up my own rules, I stopped buying things that were not an absolute necessity, and I started going through my stuff. And through this process of trying to do things like consume less, use my stuff more, and just kind of figure out my relationship with my shopping, with my stuff, and with myself, I kind of naturally discovered minimalism. And I'm not gonna lie, for like 2.5 years, minimalism worked great. It was totally the answer to everything I was looking for. I got rid of 60% of my clothes. I stopped shopping completely to the point where I thought it was bad to go shopping. And I was even able to accelerate my debt payoff and pay off the entire amount in 2.5 years. So yeah, it worked great. I am not going to deny that at all. But that was also until it didn't. I realized my behavior and my mindset was very much like a yo-yo dieter. I was a hyper consumer, emotional spender, full-blown shopaholic on one side where more was always more. And then I was this like super hardcore minimalist where I stopped being in the pursuit of less and more in the pursuit of nothing. So I realized I really found myself missing balance. And what I was really pursuing was to build a better and less toxic relationship with my shopping, my stuff, and my money. And yeah, myself. I wanted things to feel mindful, intentional, and I just didn't want those behaviors feeling so out of control, and I wanted to stop using shopping and emotional spending as a coping mechanism. And I wanted to be in a place where spending and deciding to bring things into my life felt really good, intentional, authentic, and just in control, calm. Ultimately, I did want to build that trust with myself where I knew I was making the right decision with my money and how I decided to spend it, and use it as a tool to curate the life that I wanted for myself. And I realized after a while that my old relationship with money and with minimalism really just lacked a whole lot of balance. Through realizing that, that's kind of how I landed on the concept that I've really stuck to now, and that is minimalist-ish. It's kind of my own version of minimalism that just help me kind of disconnect from all of that perfectionism and extreme thinking. And calling it ish can sound non-committal to people, but for me, it's allowed me to create the balance that I feel like I was looking for this entire time. And when it comes to those extremes, I am definitely not alone. It's something that I see come up so often when I do low buy or no buy challenges on things like my Instagram and my TikTok. I see it so much in my private and free Low Buy Beauties Facebook group. If you want to join that, you can check it out down below, totally free. It is an amazing community of people who are going on their own low buy, no buy kind of project pan and decluttering challenges. It's such a great community to be a part of. I see it in the comments, you send me messages in my DMs. So it's definitely a struggle that I think many of us face, which is why I decided to write this journal. It goes into everything from laying out your rules, which are yours, by the way, no one else's. So you get to set your own boundaries, your own standards. It has prompts and strategies to help you when you feel like you've slipped up on your challenge, because we're human. And it's full of other really great prompts and challenges to keep you focused on your goals throughout the year. And we made sure to make it completely customizable. So there are calendars in here and weekly journals and reflections, but there's no dates. So it's completely customizable. You can start anytime. It does not have to be January 1st. And it's something that I really wanted to be an evergreen tool that you can use year after year. But I really wanted to write something to give you a very specific and clear path on how to do your own low buy or no buy challenge. I wrote it so that the challenge feels gentle and sustainable. Definitely not too harsh, not too all or none. I just wanted to give you a really easy, clear, and accessible A to B path if you do decide to go on that challenge, or just want to just build a kind of more joyous relationship with yourself and your stuff without making it all about the stuff too, by the way, because I think minimalism and low buy or no buy challenges still really focus on the stuff and what you can versus cannot have, rather than focusing on what we already have and then bringing things in intentionally that feel good, to fill in gaps, or to just enjoy, which I felt like I missed the mark on for so many years. And this kind of puts it all together in a nice little package. And no matter how this does, I understand, you can totally do this challenge yourself, and I think you'll still do great. But this is just something that I wanted to share with you guys. I wanted to share what I learned, and I'm just really, really proud of this project. I honestly think it's one of the coolest things ever when you have an idea and you just see it come to life, which 3 years later, here we are. This journal, when you get it, it's gonna be very simple and clean, but it's also gonna be really beautiful. I collaborated with my bestie from high school, actually, Katie Kavanaugh. She is a graphic designer and illustrator. She designed and illustrated the whole journal, so I think it's just gonna be really usable, but also chic and fun to use. There's a lot of really cute little drawings, and I think the layout is just really smart. So yeah, I wrote out the text, I wrote out the prompts, but what truly made this come to life was Katie's creative design and creative touch. I just think you're really going to love that. I pinch myself that I get to do this, and it's really not lost on me that it is because of all of your support, 100%. Having a YouTube channel was a dream of mine. Writing a book or a journal was another dream of mine, and now it's here. It's here too. It's crazy. But now that it's real and I get to share it with you, it blows my mind. I don't even know. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, for your support throughout the years, for all your comments, likes, DMs, everything. I think we've all kind of grown together on this channel, and yeah, it feels good. And I talk about putting things on a wish list, so if you're willing, if you're excited about this, then you can put this one on yours. It is available for pre-order now, and I really can't wait to see it in all of your hands on February 18th, 2025. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for making this happen. And I'll see you all next week for another video on Sunday. Love you. Bye. Crazy, oh my God. Contains exciting contents. Yes, can confirm.